Hello, people. Welcome to Illa Talk. I am Corey Kerr. It is done. It's 4 months later than I'd hoped it'd be, but it's done. I've been talking about this animated short that I've been working on forever. I officially started production of it in January, but I actually wrote the script and got the funding prior to Mark Zuckerberg announcing the metaverse. I'll come back to that in a minute. During the production of this short, I got COVID twice, I had pneumonia 2 different times, I was hospitalized for a week with a lung abscess right after recovering from a motorcycle accident where I broke 8 bones and punctured my lung. None of that is even mentioning the health concerns that some of my other team members were dealing with. We were also forced to remodel our kitchen after our refrigerator, microwave, dishwasher, and washing machine all died within 3 months of each other. All of that aside, it is done, and you can watch it now. This is one of the most ambitious projects I think I've taken on. There are a number of things that I could change or improve, but I'm really proud of what we all did. There are dozens of different hand-illustrated and animated scenes, all made by a small team of students and myself. While some of these only last for a second or two on the screen, they're all incredible pieces of art, and I hope people view them individually and separately from the film. Each scene represents hours of sketching, illustrating, rigging, and animating. All of this was done remotely, and while I was teaching many of the students to do this, some of this stuff for the first time. The story itself is called Shades. It takes place in the near future when people have stopped reading books and no longer socialize physically. Everyone has adopted an augmented reality system that is better than reality. While I love technology and social media, and many of my friends hang out more online than we do physically, I'm hoping to raise some awareness around the idea of intentional use of these digital worlds. I bring up the idea of intention because most of us are slowly drawn down a path of digital quasi-addiction, literally responding to vibrations and ringing bells like Pavlov's dog, and few, if any of us, consciously choose to engage with the system the way that we do. The algorithmically driven timelines and gamified notification systems have been developed to deliver us the most sensational and engaging content to keep us in these worlds as long as possible. Most people think they spend far less time on social media than they actually do. You can actually test this by going to your phone and checking in the stats. On an iPhone, go to the screen time and settings and look at the hours per day that you're spending on these apps. I don't know how to do it on the Android because Android is basically big tech spyware. But do those numbers surprise you? It surprises me and most of the people that I've seen that check those stats. I'm not a troglodyte. I don't dislike technology. I merely think that we should be more intentional with the way that we use it. This concern of mine is increasing as I see technology become ever more invasive. It's as if the nerds creating these things are taking sci-fi as a playbook instead of as a warning. Soon, if we're not careful, no one will see what actually really exists. Reality will be covered in a skin of pixels, and mind-blowing core memory events like watching a sunrise with a loved one or looking into the eyes of your child will be filtered through the augmented lens of a billionaire selling your attention to companies bent on manipulating your views. With smart glasses and neural interfaces on the near horizon, experiencing unfettered natural reality is at risk of becoming something of the past. Consider for a moment what you think reality is. We use our bodies as instruments to interpret the stimulus around us. What we see, touch, smell, taste, and hear becomes what we perceive as real. If we surrender those senses to unregulated digital tycoons, then we are literally allowing them to change, alter, edit, delete, and otherwise augment our perception of what reality is. I think wearable tech is one of the biggest threats to humanity as we know it. Not only is it a massive invasion of privacy, but it is also rewiring our brains to salivate like Pavlov's dog when the government or Silicon Valley rings its bell. So go watch Shades and then take your shoes off and walk barefoot in the grass with someone. I'd love to hear what you think, either about what I'm talking about here or about your favorite scene in the film. Anyway, go watch the film. It's on my YouTube channel right now, and we will catch you guys later. Go make stuff.
This is Illa Talk.